Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So new Ashen support, I guess, or Destina as well. It's a very simplistic card, even though it does a lot of things. Chaotic Elements, so it should be a new card, normal spell from Alliance Insight, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically a searcher for, what is it, Aqua, Dark or Light, or Pyro. So basically Destina or, Ashened. So it's basically Ashen support. So it searches your bigger levels, your higher levels, Ashened monsters plus. By the time you send it to the graveyard, so it's basically a foolish burial, but if you control, or if you have at least 3 Pyros, for example, in your graveyard, you can pop a card on field as well. So that's actually solid. Its graveyard effect you can also use in the same turn, banish it, and then it becomes like a change of heart for the same types and attribute monsters. And that definitely comes into play. I mean, you have already a remove brainwashing trap, so it's very similar to that, but there is more, so you'll see in a few moments. I decided to combine them with Ryzeal. It's no surprise, because of a couple of reasons. Pyro, a couple of the Ryzeal cards are indeed Pyro. You have ways to basically go for the bread and butter of the deck, being the princess, the, whatchamacallit, the rank 4 exceed that search Banshee, that searches the Pyros from the main deck, and that basically searches both archetypes, the starters of both archetypes, or key pieces, or extenders, the one you want. I'm not maxing out on Vandals. Vandals is kind of like, you think that it's this deck's boss monster, but it feels a little bit underwhelming, as in obviously it's much more powerful if the metagame is heavy field spell oriented. But now it feels kind of awkward, especially going second. So, and this new spell makes it searchable, so I don't feel I need to play more than one. And again, there's ways to recycle it from the graveyard and to search it from the graveyard, as the new spell does. So I don't see a reason to main deck more, especially for the higher levels, because again, it's still Ashened. We need more support for Ashened to call it that way. So there's a small link package as well because of this. As you saw, the plays are featured as well, featuring Banshee, banishing the Banshee off of the level 2. Forgot its name. What is it? And then you can reborn Banshee. It's basically a free link 4 play, and depending on your setup, you could potentially go for the link 2, the Pixie Knight. You know which one I mean. It's an extra link. So anyway, Excited Knight is still, it's also one of those cards that I should definitely main deck, but there's hardly any space. But very similar to pure Ryzeal, you definitely have the the opportunity if going second, or if you have to battle it out against the field. Excited Knight is still there, so you should probably main deck it. But space is a problem. We can recycle Banshee, and Banshee is so sick. Getting those searches plus a potential exceed on fields 4, and that's the beautiful part of this hybrid and Banshee, is that it lures hand traps. It lures hand traps towards the Ryzeal engine, and then boom, you reveal Ashened, and you can go from there, because Ashened on its own, it's super weak to any form of disruption. So you need more, right? You need other engines, obviously. I mean, what is it? No, I think the OCG banned the level 4 Ryzeal, right? The Exa one, or limited? Should we check it? But even weakened, I would still play it, because again, you're focusing on rank 4. That's the main course, the main goal, rank 4. Banshee probably first, and then Ryzeal package, and that's the thing. And I'm not running, the set rotation of Ashened. Well, set rotation. You can give your opponent a field spell, pop it, and then search. The combo. Because the biggest reason is that some of the Ashen cards, they have restrictions for whatever reason. I mean, okay, the cards aren't, like top tier, but I don't see why they have that restriction of, you're locked into only being able to summon Pyro from your extra deck, and there aren't hardly any good Pyros, in the extra deck. So that's super awkward. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm not running that spell, the quick play spell. And only one of the searchers, also, again, you can search it with your Ryzeal, with your Ashened engine, and then search a big one, and then banish it from the graveyard to fusion summon. It could come up, so I only have one fusion in the extra deck, the good one. just in case, if you can banish the spell. There's also the continuous trap that fusion summons, but again, I think only one of the traps is fine, because again, those are also traps and weaker cards. This is a cool interaction with a new card. So what is it? Surge at least one of your, bigger, Ashened monsters. And the thing is that Detonator is a light pyro. So you can banish the spell and then take control of your opponent's Detonator. So here in this format, that could work out. But I mean, look at the OCG. There was a metagame breakdown today, and Ryzeal has vanished from the format. It's basically Blue Eyes, Malice, and another deck. Which deck is it? Malice, Blue Eyes, Orcus. I think Orcus is the most next to Blue Eyes. Anyway, so yeah, by the time you're getting the support, Ryzeal will probably have faded out. We'll see. But I mean, it's a cool interaction. Fualos, yep, that's not going to help out. I think last example. And that's the thing, right? Like, the package of Ryzeal is not that big. And again, Bonfire is still at 3. You have 3 of the new searches. That's for Ashen, but again, like, all of your Ryzeal monsters are starters. They bait hand traps. So that's why they're there, right? So Banshee was negated by, what was it, Failure? So go for Duel Drive, hope that they need the second hand trap. It resolves, so that's perfect. We drop the Vandals on their board, Surge a trap just in case. Go for Hero. Hero, I guess, potentially during their turn, threaten them to destroy the entire board. I mean, Vandals would have been much better because it's a Dark Hole, if it would have been a Raigeki. So it hurts your monsters as well. It is what it is. Droplet is awkward, as in, Droplet is kind of big, because again, that gets rid of Vandals. I'm not going to blow up my own monsters, and it shuts down Detonator. So that's already 2 key cards, 2 key interruptions that a 1-card Droplet deals with. And 1 hand trap apparently was enough. Okay, this is the last example. Normal summon green, go for red, the standard stuff, and they're probably not going to hand trap that one. Go for Banshee, basically lure out hand traps. Here in this case, let me see, already have the way to search out the Vandals. We can search out the Ashened field spell, again, just hand trap me, go for it, and we can just extend by eventually, we should be able to end on Detonator as well, depending on the hand traps. So we already used Banshee, go for Dual Drive. I guess the Vandals on their board prevents Imperm. Yeah, Imperm definitely. I was about to say Fualos or, the Null Charmies, but they're obviously using that before. Okay, so Dual Drive, and then go for Detonator. What's the level 4 called? Shaman. Shaman searches one of the field spell, right? Send back, basically Pot of Avarice. Battle phase, this kind of lets them sacrifice their battle phase, so gain control of Vandals. I mean, not that optimal. The thing is that, again, I don't want to really lose my board. They can get impermed on Detonator, which again gets rid of all of my interruptions, basically. And that's the thing with Ashened, like, you're hardly able to run in archetype interruptions, right? Also because of those restrictions. Locking yourself into Pyro. Awkward. Anyway, so this would have been game if it wasn't for Nibiru, right? They're getting nipped, and then we should be able to take it next turn, right? Hita, no, we're not letting that. I mean, we still at Ghost Over, right? We still have our field spell, we have the Ryzeal trap, which is not live, but I mean, we can just extend, right? Special summon, search the field spell, and we should go from there. Search Vandals. Oh yeah, look. You banish the Celtic elements. Because what does it do to the field spell? It's a Pyro. Light Pyro. So it's actually a solid card. It's a really nice card. But again, I'm looking forward to the OCG if they're adding in actual Ashened cards. New Ashened cards. OCG exclusive. But we'll see. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a shout out. Peace.